All right, the FTC banned dropshipping, banned affiliate marketing, banned, making money online for regular individuals like you and for myself. Now, you're probably thinking, this is too outrageous. There's no way this can be true. There's no way this can be possible. But you clicked on this video because you wanted to see if it was true, or you wanted to see why it's not true. You wanted to come and prove why it's not true. You wanted to find a negative in this video. You wanted to, come into this video, and be like, there's no way this is possible. And it's the same thing when you guys see anything else in life. It's the same thing when 99% of the world see anything. You came to this video because you're looking for a way to, prove me wrong, to get to the bottom of what I'm talking about, to see, what's the whole cause behind this. Did the FTC really ban making money online, affiliate marketing, drop shipping, for regular individuals like myself and like you? That's why you came to this video. You wanted to find out the negative, parts of my statement. So I'm about to tell you the whole deal, the whole truth right now. So don't skip this video. I mean, this is probably one of the most important videos I'll ever make. You're not gonna learn this shit in school. You're not gonna learn this in a course. You're not gonna find this, from your favorite fucking YouTube guru. Like, these are some of the world's most powerful marketing tactics, some of the world's most powerful psychology, cognitive biases, like known to man. Like 99% of the world does not know about this. And the few percent that do are able to, run the world, mass market, mass produce their products and get it out to the world. They can even manipulate the world. They're like, the things you can do with this it's actually scary. It's actually scary. So it's up to you to become aware of this, become a master of learning about this information, so you don't become a victim to somebody else that's using this information, against you. If you're aware of these principles, and you know everything they're about, you know exactly what they mean, you know exactly how to spot it, exactly how to see it, you're gonna have a more truthful life and a more fulfilled life, hands down, point blank, no debate, no argument, that's non-negotiable. I want you to ask yourself right now, have you ever been in any of these situations? Maybe yourself, or maybe a friend, or somebody, or maybe even a famous celebrity. You've seen them reach, massive success, and everybody around them, their friends, their haters, I guess you could say, or anybody who knows them says, no, there's no way it's not possible. He got lucky. It was his parent. He was unethical. He was not worthy. It's not gonna last. Whatever excuse they have. Or ask yourself this question: have you ever, been in a relationship? Have you ever been in a relationship where you thought, maybe my spouse, or maybe your spouse thought this about you, maybe my spouse is cheating on me, is not being loyal to me, maybe they don't really care about me, maybe they're doing something behind my back? Or have you ever been in a situation where you were like, maybe this is not for me? You started losing hope. You started thinking like, maybe this is really not possible. Maybe this is something I really shouldn't pursue. If you've been in those situations, I can relate. I've been there, and I found a way to overcome it. And the reason why is because I learned about these tactics, about these strategies that I'm about to teach you right now. I learned how they work. I became aware of them, so I didn't become a victim to them. Because at one point I was a victim, and that was before I seen success. That was before I was able to do what I want and live life on my own terms. That was before I was able to run my own online business, because I was a victim back then. But once I learned how they work, and I'm gonna teach you throughout this whole video exactly how they work. I'm gonna give you literally all the details of all these strategies, all these cognitive biases, how they work, and why 99% of you watching this right now probably are victims to this at this moment as we speak. As we speak, you're probably a victim to this. And I'm gonna show you, exactly how to get rid of that, become a master of it, and then use it to your advantage. So I'm pretty much right now, I'm gonna expose all the fucking fake bullshit that gurus been telling you, that your teachers and your schools been telling you, that maybe your parents been telling you, or just anybody who's not qualified to give you this information and been giving you wrong information your whole entire life. I'm about to expose why all of that shit is wrong, and why if you think like this and you adopt this mindset, and this is not my mindset, by the way, guys. There's no opinions in what I'm about to tell you. These are all facts. These are things that can't be negotiated. They can't be debated. These are facts, hardcore facts, because this is how the human brain is wired. So when I give you this information right now, you're going to realize, like, holy shit, I've been getting scammed my whole life. I've been getting scammed by the system. I've been getting scammed in relationships. I've been getting scammed by people who say they care about me when they really don't. All right, so back to why I started this video. Did the FTC shut down dropshipping and making money online, affiliate marketing, whatever it is? No, they did not. But the reason why I said that, so before you leave this video, before you go, oh, I got clickbait, whatever the fuck you want to say, actually, no, if you think that, you obviously don't get the point of what I'm trying to make in this video. So actually, if you do think that, go leave. if you don't think that and you understand what I'm trying to explain in this video, go ahead and stay here because, like I said, this is probably one of the most important videos I ever made, okay? So they did not shut anything down. But the reason why I titled that for this video is because what people don't understand is that the human brain, the most influential bias in the human brain is the negativity bias. Humans are always looking for something negative inside of something before you see something positive. Like the negative, bias has more impact, stronger impact than something that happens positive in your life. You probably remember more traumatizing things as a little kid, I know I do, compared to, the best things that happened to you as a little kid. You probably remember the times you were scared, the times you got spanked by your parents, the times that, something bad almost happened compared to maybe, your third birthday party or your fourth birthday party or when you were hanging out with your friends at the roller skate rink. Why? Because the negative, bias has more influence inside of your brain than positive. So what I'm saying is the human brain is wired to find negative things first, okay? So you also have to realize that like attracts like, which means that if your mind is naturally wired to be negative and you don't change that and you don't figure out how to actually think logically, because thinking negatively is an emotional, state of mind, right? So if you don't learn how to fix that, like attracts like, which means you're going to attract more negative energy in your life, you're going to attract more negative people, and you're going to attract more negative circumstances that you end up running into. So this is the reason right now, if you're watching this, why haven't I got sales yet? Why haven't I learned how to build a business yet? Why haven't I got to the next level yet? Why am I not making money? Because negative like attracts like. So realize that that's just how we're wired. Most people have some sort of depression, anxiety, false sense of awareness and who they actually are as a person. And that causes them to spew that negative energy back out. So this is why, let me give you an example. Let's say you see a video of somebody who's reached, this goes back to the first example actually I gave you when I asked you the question earlier in the video. You see somebody who's reached massive success, or somebody sees you reach massive success. Maybe you're making a lot of sales on your store. Maybe you're, or let's say you're selling a product and your product seems super high quality, insane, the results almost too good to be true. The human brain is wired to look at it and say, that looks too good to be true. There must be something wrong with that. There's something that is not making sense to me. There's something that I don't get that they know that I don't, that's making it possible for them to have this some sort of upper hand, upper leverage, okay? So you're naturally thinking that, whether it's subconscious or whether it's conscious. Let's say you realize this product actually is good. This person actually did see success. This actually did happen. There is no reasoning behind why besides pure dedication, hard work, or just, having a solid product. But then let's say somebody comes around and has some random evidence, some random statements, some random, quote unquote fact, and says, hey, this is too good to be true because of this. I found this here and I found this here. This is why it's too good to be true. So the way, again, you already knew that at first that it actually was true. After you got rid of that original negative bias, you realize, hey, it is true. But then what happens is when their negative bias comes in, combines with your negative bias, again, like attracts like, what happens to you is you go through something called the confirmation bias. What is a confirmation bias? She, or the company, or the product, or whatever made that bold statement just confirmed that, your original opinion or your original thoughts are true. That's the confirmation bias literally means that whatever you want to be true is somehow going to become true, which means you're going to stop. You might find one piece of evidence that might back up your claim, but there going to be 10,000 that make your claim false. But because you want that evidence to be true, because you have the negative bias, and this is a fact, guys. This is human psychology. Every human is wired like this. So because you naturally want things to be too good to be true, you naturally want things to be negative, right? That person or that company or that statement that was made is going to confirm that original negative bias that you had, and it's going to make you go, I was right the whole time. I was right the entire time. And even though there can be 10,000 facts that debunk that original statement, your brain is not wired to keep looking for more because it already confirmed the bias. You're now in an emotional state of mind again instead of a logical state of mind, but you think that it's logical because you had one logical statement or maybe two logical statements without looking at the full array of information, and you go, I have made a logical statement, which is actually emotional. I was right. And the reason you're saying, I was right is because, humans, all of us, there's basic human emotions that every human needs. Like every human needs. And it's pretty much, the desires to, feel, welcomed. There's the greed, pride. You want to boast about yourself. Yes, I was right. Revenge, I want to get back at somebody. There's these basic human emotions that people go through and that people, are hardwired to have in their mind, that when, they have that confirmation bias, it instantly makes sense. And just stick with me. I'm gonna give you guys like the full array of why this works and why this makes sense and why this applies to the marketing in your business throughout this video. But if you leave early and you don't get it, or maybe you're confused because these big words, that's fine. Rewatch the video, leave the video if you don't want to learn. But I'm gonna relate this all back to marketing, how it's gonna help your business, why you're gonna get more sales, when it comes to e-commerce, when it comes to dropshipping, when it comes to affiliate marketing, and when it just comes to living a badass lifestyle in general. So stay tuned, because this is gonna make a lot of sense. This will probably be the most eye-opening video that you probably watched all year, to be dead honest. So these emotions that humans naturally have, the thing with it is, they're so strong of emotions that they have a huge influence of how people interpret facts, how people think of things, how people decide to process information. It really influences how people interpret these facts. But the problem is, our society, 99% of people, which is why there's 3%ers and there's 97%, and there's the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, is because the poor don't make decisions based off facts. They don't make logical decisions. They make decisions based off purely emotional states of mind, emotional statements. And it's really sad because I see it happen a lot too. And the online space is everything is so emotional. How you feel, you want to buy this because you feel good and you get all hyped and you get all fucking motivated. If you guys been watching my shit, you guys know I'm like, look, stop being fucking motivated. Maybe get inspired, but stop being fucking motivated. Take the fucking information. If it makes fucking sense, you've done your full research, you know every point, every side of view, every logical statement, you put it together and it makes sense, go with it. If you can't figure it out, then maybe don't go with it. But if you're making emotional decisions, then you're just ignorant. You know what I mean? So because of these emotions, because of these, how strong they are inside the human body, like I said, fear, greed, pride, there's tons of different emotions, but they're all very strong and they all affect your ability to interpret your decision-making process, right? Because of this, whatever your confirmation bias says is right, everything else, you're gonna be put in full denial. You're gonna be put in full denial. It won't matter. This is the first stage. Your first stage is full denial. So if I tell you, let's say you're wearing glasses. Your glasses are super pitch black, they're dark, they got tint on it. And I'm showing you a white piece of paper. Now that paper is white. You're like, it's black. But, let's say you didn't know you're wearing glasses. You're gonna say it's black because, you just confirmed in your mind that the first piece of information that you had is telling you that this is black. So it has to be black, and you told yourself that it's black, so now it makes sense. But you don't have the full information. You didn't know you were wearing glasses. I did, and I can tell that it's white. So because of this, you're now gonna be in denial. And you're gonna say, hey, and this is the problem too. This is where ignorance comes in. And this is where, self-deception comes in. So if it was ignorance, I'd be like, look, dude, you're wearing glasses, that's why. Or you might say yourself, well, maybe there's something wrong with my vision. That's why I think it's black instead of white. Self-deception comes in where it's like, no, it's black. And I'm like, dude, you're wearing glasses. No, it's black. It's black. So self-deception is when somebody's not willing, they have so much conviction in what they're saying, even though it's completely false. Ignorance is somebody just really, really doesn't know. And maybe they're trying to find a reason behind why they don't know or why they're not really qualified with that with that information. And so because these human abilities or not human abilities but these human emotions are super, super strong, and it affects your thought process, affects how you think. Your first stage that you're going to go into is denial, which is why I gave you that example. You're going to go into denial. So let's say it's school. Talking about school, your whole life you've been told that school is the right way to go. School is what you need to do to become successful. But then you go ahead and you go online and you see successful online entrepreneurs that are young who did not go to school who are seeing massive success. Your first thought is, there's no way this is real. But it seems interesting. I want to get to the bottom of this. Then you find out it's legit. Then you find out it seems like it's pretty good. You start looking into it more. And then, X, Y, and Z over here come in with this information that may not be valid, but confirms somewhat of your confirmation bias, which tells you that this is now fake. This is now not real. This is not authentic, right? Now, your whole life, again, you're set on school, but you started now thinking about, online entrepreneurship or, becoming, successful at a young age. But now you're going, like, we get this confirmation bias and you're like, I was right the whole time. Now you're in complete denial. There's no way he could be successful. Must be his parents' money, must be, a trust fund, must be he got lucky, must be something I don't know about, must be not real, selling the dream. That is pretty much what that means. You're in denial. It can even go vice versa. You can be, set on the whole, online entrepreneurship game, and then let's say college, somebody's saying college is the right way to go. Online entrepreneurship will never last. You can't never always make money online. You need to get the for sure route. But if you've seen some sort of success online, right? And then you see somebody else who saw a lot of success online, who started maybe a similar way as you, that's gonna confirm your bias, and you're gonna say that's completely wrong, the school is not the way for me, and it's gonna be denial. So even you can say somebody like me who could be in denial in terms of that way, because I know it's possible to be successful without school, right? But then the second phase is after denial, when you realize that you can't be in denial anymore, you're gonna start going to blame. All right, so the next thing that happens after denial is blame. Here's why. The reason you're in denial, the only time you're in denial is if things are not, things are real. Denial means that things are real. If it was real, it wouldn't be denial. Reality always beats denial. That's it. When somebody passes away, you're in denial at first, but they passed away. They're dead. You can't bring them back. But a lot of people tend to be in this, that's the first stage of grief. They're in denial. And so denial is not real. So a lot of you guys are in denial. This can't be real. He didn't really do this. This product doesn't really work. This is too good to be true. He's not actually rich. He got a trust fund. There's so much denial, and reality always beats denial. So short term, you could be in denial, and it might make you feel good, and it might make you feel like you're doing something, and you're accomplishing something, and somebody can put you in that state, or you can end up in that state, and it might make you feel comfortable about the situation that you're in. But long term, reality always wins. That's it. So the next step, because of that, is blame. You're out of this denial stage. Now you're trying to justify, because you already went from not believing this. So now you got to justify why it's okay. So many people do this. It's something I like to call it, and my roommate likes to call it bitch-assness. Bitch-assness means that something is real. You're just trying to find a reason to make yourself feel better about being, and I'm not just saying you guys, when I'm saying you, I'm using this as a just general term, and this can go towards, I'm showing you guys too why this intertwines with marketing and human psychology, why people think certain ways, celebrities, whatever it is. But we call it bitch-assness. Bitch-assness, or denial, or not denial, but blame, is pretty much, saying, hey, I know I'm not qualified to do this. I know I'm not good enough for this, but it's okay. If I was in sports, hey, I know we lost this basketball team, to this basketball team, but they won state last year. And, we were the worst in our division. So it's okay. You're letting yourself know why, it's okay to fucking lose. You're letting yourself know it's okay to be a fucking loser. That's what you're doing. You're like, this guy is super successful, but, it's probably because of this, or it's probably because of that, or, whatever. You're letting yourself know it's okay that you're fucking broke, because he had this, he had that, he had this, he had that, or at least you're assuming he had this and he had that. So you're letting yourself know it's okay to be a fucking bum, and it's okay to be a fucking loser. That's what happens when you're in the blame stage, okay? This is a very, very bad stage to be in, and a lot of people are in it. A big majority of the population is in the blame stage right now, okay? So let's go back to the original, opening this video. Did the FTC shut down and ban, drop shipping and making money online, affiliate marketing? When I said that at first, you were in complete denial. There is no way this is possible. You were looking for how to prove this wrong. Where's the false information? How can you, what is wrong with this statement? But if that statement was true, you would be in the blame stage. Why is it shut down? Whose fault is it? What does Shopify do? What did, maybe top marketers do? Who made these claims? Who did this? Who done that? Why is it shut down? What did Donald Trump do? Why is this happening? What did Uncle Sam do? Why can't I make money online? Whose fault is it? Because it's not my fault. That's the stage you would be in. So again, the blame stage. It's a very, very dangerous stage to be in. You don't want to be that in. And you might see people who, here's a good example. You go to the gym, you get a membership, and you don't get results. Let's say this, you're working with a trainer, the trainer gives you a meal prep, and you don't necessarily follow it, or you follow it to an extent, but you're not doing your workouts. You're doing something wrong. You're not doing everything exact the way you're supposed to do. You don't get the results you want. You're looking to blame him. My trainer didn't qualify me. My trainer didn't help me. My trainer did this. But the reality is, you might have missed 2 workouts a week. You might have missed the gym. You might have missed the meal. You're something you're not doing that's causing you to fail. But you're blaming it on somebody else. Let's take you back to high school. Maybe you're still in high school. You got an F on your test. You got a D in your class. What do you tell your fucking parents when they ask why you didn't get grades? My teacher doesn't really like me. I've heard that from so many of my friends. My teacher doesn't really like me. Or honestly, I did good on this. I did decent on this. My teacher's just being biased. There's so many examples. And I'll even take it to against like the whole population. We're talking about Black Lives Matters. I'm not going to deny that there is definitely a race problem in this world, but then also you see sometimes people abuse that there's a race problem. It could be minorities, something happens, and the cops don't like me because of my skin color. Sometimes, but a lot of times you're being a fucking dumbass, but you're looking for the blame. Same things, you guys go buy an online training, you guys go to a workshop, you go to a seminar, you go to whatever it is, you come back within 30 days, you don't get the results you want. And man, I didn't get the right information. Or honestly, it wasn't that good of information, or honestly, it wasn't for me. But yet somebody else who is maybe already way more successful than you came and got the same information and executed with it. Or even somebody else who's not successful at all came and got the same information and executed with it. And you guys, it's a numbers game. The people who blame people lose. The people who take responsibility win. If you always take responsibility, you'll win. You always blame somebody, you'll lose. So, if you take, and this is why I never, ever, try to, go bad against somebody or say anything against anybody or say anything against any company or etc. Because, I'm taking my own personal responsibility and I'm not putting the blame on anybody else. So a really good example for this, and really ask yourself, and I'm gonna talk about this because internet entrepreneurship and internet entrepreneurs watching my stuff, is that how come some people can take, let's say 1% of information out of, let's say 100%, and win with it and become successful with it and figure out a way to make it work. And other people can take 100% of 100% of information and then, still not see results. So they get 100% of another 100% of information, still not get results. And I see people hop from opportunity to opportunity, course to course, training to training, guru to guru, whatever the fuck it is, and never get results. And what do? They go through all the stages that we just talked about. The negativity, the denial, the blame, confirmation bias, that they go through all of it. There's a reason why the people who tend to lose always lose. You're like, I've been trying for 7 months, I don't get it. Because you're fucking losing, you're a loser. There's something wrong with you right now. I don't want to be a dickhead, but there's something wrong with you right now that's not allowing you to win. It's up here, fix that. Learn psychology, learn marketing, fix that if you want to win, okay? Like, I don't know what nicer ways to put it, besides the fact that you are allowing yourself to fucking lose. You're allowing other people to put false information in your head, allowing you to lose. It's just all this ignorance and self-deception going on up here and like building a smoothie in your head, and that's all the information you're getting. That's all you know, okay? To top that all off, what's even fucking worse is when you have a losing mindset, when you put the blame on people, when you're going through all these psychological stages of losing, right? Of, not believing, of being a doubter, of being a non-believer, of being a hater, and then other people agree with you, that confirmation bias is going on, that's kind of happening in the background, and then the false consensus effect is happening. What does that mean? What does the false consensus effect mean? It means that because other people are agreeing with your dumbass ideas, your dumbass fake logic, your dumbass whatever it is, this trapped mindset that you're in, you start overestimating what you actually think you know. So it's like me, it's like somebody being like, yo, like, Josh, you're 6'5", and everybody comments on my videos saying, Josh, you're 6'5", Josh, you're 6'5", Josh, you're 6'5". I'm starting to be like, I'm fucking 6'5". Somebody asked me, you're 6'5"? Yeah, I'm 6'5". I start believing shit because other people are telling me it when it's like not true. So then I'm gonna start making a bunch of other videos. I'm 6'5", I'm 6'5", I'm 6'5", I'm 6'5". Then somebody actually smart comes around, somebody with a fucking ruler, with actual logic, with actual evidence, with actual, can measure it out, It's like, dude, you're fucking 6'1.5", bro. Nah, man, I'm 6'5", bro. You're a joke, man. You're a fool. Like, no. So, like, I get really mad. Yeah, and I talked to my camera dude a little bit about this a little bit ago, because like, it's just so sad to see people fall in this mindset and this, because they never win, dude. And the people who are not in this mindset, like people who get their mindset right, always win, always make money. It might not be 5 months, it might not be 2 months, it might not be a week, it might not be a year, but they indefinitely win. That's the difference. And I'll tell you what, 85% of the people that started watching this video already left because they're fucking indefinitely gonna lose until they fix it. They still have a shot. They still have a little bit of hope if they fix it. If they don't, there's no hope for you. So, and it's really a huge issue. Humans tend to, pick out the facts that confirm what they want to be real, that confirm the way they want to think. So, if I think I'm 6'5", and somebody tells me I'm 6'5", I'm gonna listen to that because I want to be 6'5". I want to be right. If that's what I think I am, I want to be right. So if everyone keeps telling me I'm right, I'm gonna assume that I'm right. I'm gonna keep saying what I'm saying and doing what I'm doing, even though it can be, completely irrelevant. And what contributes to that is the bandwagon effect. A lot of you guys probably heard about the bandwagon effect, but as everybody starts saying it, everybody starts thinking it, even though your morals, your logic, your mindset doesn't necessarily agree with it or make sense of it, but you think it's true. So it's like, I know I'm not 6'5", but this person over here might know I'm not 6'5". But if everyone over here goes up to this person right here, and there's 100 people over here, like, yeah, man, he's 6'5", he's 6'5", he's 6'5", he's 6'5", and then you ask him, how tall is he? He's gonna say 6'5". That's the bandwagon effect. He fucking knows I'm not 6'5", because everybody else is saying it, and he might not even know I'm not 6'5", but he might be like, I'm not sure how tall he is. I never did my proper research. I never actually looked into it. I never actually looked at how tall he was or measured him. But everybody else is saying this, everybody else thinks this. I'm assuming that this is true. So, and this even goes back to marketing. This is why, testimonials work so well. This is why, freaking success stories work so well, because people see it and it's like the bandwagon effect, like, oh, this must work. This must work. This must work. And it's the same thing if it's false. You go on Yelp, you see people talking shit on a place, right? Let's say somebody writes a really good Yelp review or a really bad Yelp review, and then everyone else is gonna read it, like they're gonna read it before they go to Yelp, before they go to location, before they go to location for this restaurant. They're gonna already go in there with a negative preset of how the food is gonna be. Then they try it and they're like, man, that Yelp review is right. This drink is a little bit too warm. Then they're gonna go and write a negative review. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, there's 100 negative Yelp reviews, and then people just start leaving reviews after they leave there because, the waiter was having a bad day or, whatever it is. Just because they saw all these other negative reviews, it must be a bad place. I probably shouldn't go there. It must be a bad place. When in reality, as somebody with influence like me, one person who was smart and wanted to manipulate something if they wanted to, I can easily be like, go leave 1,000 negative Yelp reviews right now, and instantly everybody will hop on that bandwagon effect because of the psychology behind it, when in reality, it's not true, So again, that's why I said these are so powerful, but you gotta use them the right way. So in like social psychology, this would pretty much be called the herd mentality. People do what the herd do. People, sheep follow sheep. Lions don't follow sheep. This is why you see some people winning, some people all the way up here, and some people all the way right here. And then all the other people that are right here tend to stay right there with that person. And they might look up here, they might try to bring this person down to right here. But again, lions are lions, sheep are sheep. It's the herd mentality, okay? And the people who want to be free of manipulation from these psychological tactics, these marketing tactics, you don't want to become a victim of these. They're not going to fall into this herd mentality because it's not worth their time. People who actually have pretty much an IQ above average, pretty much anybody who wants to become successful, anybody who does not have a negative mindset, these people are going to not surround themselves and waste their time getting stuck and getting confused within all these, different negative, cognitive biases, because it's gonna pull them into the herd mentality when they shouldn't be there. So I'm gonna give you guys a few actionable steps of how to avoid being a victim of these, psychological tactics, whatever, and how you can actually use these to your advantage and, in terms of marketing and an ethical way. as well as building a business around it. And I'm also going to release more videos around more psychology. I took psychology classes before I dropped out of college. I bought a ton of psychology courses. I read a ton of psychology books. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to psychology. I studied it for quite a while, personality types, psychology, and I love to just talk about it. That's where I am. That's my personality type. I love to talk. I love to go back and forth. I love to learn about these things. So I'm gonna give you guys some actionable steps to not fall victim of these tactics. Step one, when you learn about something new, when you find out new information, the first thing you need to do is realize and listen to whoever's giving you the information and where you're getting this information from. Is the information, sound? Is it biased? Is it unbiased? Is it based off of pure logic, background information, full research, or is it based off of just one fact and the confirmation bias? Is it based off of emotion? Is it, is there real information, real proof, real, evidence, backing up this information? That's something you guys gotta ask yourself. So that's like me saying, for example, this is what you wouldn't wanna look for. The Ferrari is a bad car. I never drove it. I never looked into it, never watched a video on it. I don't really read about Ferraris, but just based off the way they look, I could tell they don't really run that good. And that's not a good source to get information. What's the better way to get information? I own 3 Lamborghinis. Worked at a mechanic shop for Lamborghini for about 10 years. I read 17 books on Lamborghinis. I watched every YouTube video about Lamborghinis there has to be, every training guide on Lamborghinis. I actually went to the Lamborghini dealership itself in Italy to see how they work, to brainstorm, to meet the engineers, and yada yada yada. I think the Lamborghini is a pretty decent car. It can have issues every once in a while, but as long as you do your maintenance on time, the car will treat you pretty well, and you'll be able to get at least 100,000 miles on it over the years if you take care of it. Which side sounds more logical, more reasonable? And then to top it all off, you could be like, I even went and interviewed 100 Lamborghini drivers, and about 90 of them said they can agree with my opinion and my statement that I found, or my hypothesis, and 10 of them didn't like it. 10 of them said it's a piece of shit. But then I asked those 10%, hey, did you get your oil changes on time? Did you take it to the dealership annually and make sure everything was right? What year did you buy? Did you do your background research? Did you do, you know what I mean? And half of them didn't do the things they were supposed to do. So I can't really take that as credible. But for the mass majority, more people got results than people who didn't. So Lamborghini is a pretty good car. Which side sounds more reasonable, more logical, more truthful, more evident, Ferrari or Lamborghini? So that is called logic versus emotional appeal. The Ferrari person made a completely, biased, factual statement based on an opinion, based off of not enough information, based off, a pure assumption, while a Lamborghini person has done research for years, knows what they're talking about, interviewed other people, and took the median of information based off the the lowest and the highest percentage of results and success and not success that they've seen using the Lamborghini product. If you tend to make emotional decisions, if you tend to go through these steps of phases that most humans go through, most average humans go through, that I went over in this video, you're going to see yourself fall a victim to these fallacies, logical fallacies and cognitive biases, a lot more often than you should. You're going to see yourself screwed over, stuck, never going to grow, blaming everybody else, having a negative mindset, and never seeing success because you're stuck with that mindset. Okay, so really just really think of this fucking logically. I get fired up, I get triggered when I talk about this shit, because it's like, dude, why would you not think of something logically? If it makes logical sense, or if it doesn't make logical sense, why would you make a decision based off emotions? And I know most people do, but why would you want to be like most people? Logical sense. It's like, okay, imagine you had $10,000 in your bank account. You can't buy a $20,000 car cash if you only have $10,000 in your bank account. It doesn't make logical sense. Even though your emotions say, hey, I want to go buy this car, I only have $10,000, I'm gonna buy it. And actually, that's why a lot of people are in debt. That's why a lot of people don't see success. That's why a lot of people don't make money, because they try to make decisions based off their emotion and not with logical decisions. So you lose. So I guess the last thing I have to say to wrap this up is, well, actually, first off, before I say the last thing, is one is, at this point, you have two choices. Your two choices are to, and because everything I said right now is completely factual. You can Google everything I said right now and verify how true it is. You can read it in books. You can watch it in, freaking, if you go buy, psychology courses, you can possibly learn it in a psychology class. And if you put it all together, you're gonna find out that it's pretty legit. All this information is legit. Nothing I said was based off emotion. Nothing I said was based off opinion. And nothing I said was based off of something that I just think is true just because I think it. So, you have two options. Use the information I told you, start applying it, start realizing it, stop falling a victim of it, or completely disregard everything I said and keep doing what you're doing and keep falling a victim, keep not seeing success, and keep wondering why things are going the way they're going in your life, okay? So that's the first things first. The next thing I want to do is challenge you at the end of this video is to go out, do your due diligence, make decisions for yourself. You're not in fucking third grade anymore, man. Or maybe some of you guys are watching this shit. But most of you guys are not in fucking third grade anymore. Nobody needs to make your decisions for you. I don't need to make your decisions for you. That's why I fucking told you everything that is purely based off of logic. I didn't tell you no emotional shit. I didn't tell you anything that's based off of only one piece of evidence and that's not can be backed up by hundreds and thousands of claims and evidence and back up. So what I'm saying is that nobody's gonna make your decisions for you, but a lot of you guys are getting fooled, you're getting blinded, you're getting stuck in this mentality, which causes you to be lost, to be confused, and to let other people make your decisions for you without really doing your proper research because of the confirmation bias, because of the negativity bias, okay? Go out, and I'm not telling you you need to like me. I'm not telling you you need to like him. I'm not telling you you need to like her. I'm not telling you you need to listen to what I'm saying. I'm telling you to be your own fucking person, man, because I wouldn't be where I'm at if I fucking listened to everything somebody else said. Some of the shit I say, in terms of my business advice, it may not even fucking apply to you, dude. Maybe your shit could be completely different. That's the beauty of it. Everybody has, different abilities, different perspectives, different opportunities. That's the beauty of it. But it's your choice, it's your opportunity, it's your decision. Are you going to figure out what is actually real and what is actually, you being in denial? So that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say for this video. And in terms of psychology and marketing, for you guys to really master this with marketing, I want you to reverse engineer everything I said. Reverse engineer everything I said. If you understand this, so the reason why I'm able to never lose an argument, the reason why I'm able to win, the reason why I don't care and I don't listen to anybody who doesn't have the credibility to tell me anything about what they say is because I understand these psychological principles. Because I understand them, I know how to reverse engineer them, I know how to market because I don't fall victim to these. So if you don't fall victim, you can learn how to market this. So I can go, hey, if I'm selling this product online, let's say I'm selling this water bottle. I know most people, let's say, most people are gonna be like, what's wrong with this water? Or whatever it is, whatever your negative bias is. They're gonna be looking for something that's wrong with this product. So I'm gonna be like, okay, I need to market this product in a way where I can explain all the hardcore evidence, all the hardcore logical facts, and then also show what can possibly be wrong with it, right? Because people like when you expose the truth, when you expose error, builds credibility, builds trust, and be able to show that to, have that, defeat that negative bias from day one, from the beginning point. So it's really hard for me to explain. I usually don't talk about this much advanced stuff on my channel. I usually go into a lot more basic stuff, the basics of making money, retail arbitrage, some of the basic businesses I do. But this goes into this is some of the stuff I do on a higher level, when I do consulting and I do digital media and marketing for businesses, with my agency and shit like that. This is a lot higher level thinking. I might have lost some of you guys if I do. I apologize, and this channel is I'm not even gonna be really posting business stuff like this on this channel anymore. It's gonna be more vlog stuff. So make sure to subscribe to my new channel. I'll put the link in here, and I'll put a little pop-up right here. But my new channel is gonna cover more advanced stuff like this when it comes to business. But I'm gonna go over more advanced stuff, okay? But I don't want to lose you guys, so this is why my channel's been, kind of based off some of the basics for a while, because I need you guys to know what I'm talking about, man. But if this made some sense to you, you kind of understood what I'm talking about, I just want you to comment below, say psychology. Say psychology. Comment below, say psychology. If you are catching my drift, if you understand these principles, if you're going to study these principles, and again, you should write these principles down. Go do more research on them yourself. Learn how they work. Try to apply them. Go read books. Go read my favorite book's called Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. read psychology books, learn these principles, learn how to dominate your life, learn how to run a fucking business, learn how to market your business, learn how not to become a victim of frauds, scammers, liars, BSers, the system, learn all of that information. And I think this is, is gonna help you out. I haven't talked about this on my channel yet, so I did a video very similar. I talked about, somebody keeps texting me, blowing me up, but I did a video talking about something like, marketing, the psychology of why you're not getting sales. I'll put that video, I'll put a link in the description. It's one of my top viewed videos, and I go over it for like an hour and a half, why you're not making sales when you're drop shipping, e-commerce, making money online, like why you're not making money, and I go into all the psychological aspects of making money online that no gurus talk about and no courses talk about, and I have it in that video. So maybe I'll start making more videos, releasing information about that. So then I'll catch you guys later. Just wanted to get this off my mind, just give you guys a little insight into how the human brain works, because I've been really deep into like, the signs, like my personal sign is like Pisces and stuff like that. So getting deep into those, and then the psychology behind it, the personalities. So I just figured I'd share it with you guys a little bit. I've been reading a lot too. So with that said, guys, thank you for watching my video. This has been JetSet Fly. Catch your boy. Make sure to subscribe if you guys got value. Catch you on the flip. Oh, by the way, y'all thought I was done? Y'all thought I was stupid because I forgot an H? Zoom in at any part of the video, read that, flip it, comment if you see a typo. If any of you guys commented a typo before this, go back and comment again saying I saw the typo and I commented. If you did, you're a fucking gangster for that. I just wanted some of you guys, because if you did say I saw the typo, and maybe you didn't even read this, but you just commented that, that's a little thing of me doing psychology on you guys to see if you're paying attention and to get you guys to engage and to get you guys to see where your head's at. So if you caught that, good job. If you didn't catch that, look or learn to spell, one of the two. Maybe you need school. No, I'm playing, but again, I'll catch you guys on the flip. See ya.